making your speakers tremble like an earthquake. It's DJ Cliff. Oh my god, he's back. He's back.
You DJs, do you really love nature? So today I'm just going to make my video on top of this huge rock. Oh my god. So this is how high it is. Alright. Hey, what's up people? It is your guy here, DJ Cliff. Welcome again to this wonderful channel. And if you're new, please consider subscribing and liking on this wonderful YouTube channel. And let's always interact on my videos. So today, I'm going to make a compilation of all the things I know about the virtual DJ. And if you don't know anything in the virtual DJ, so today it is your day. You're going to learn mostly the interface, the keyboard, the back scratch, how to upload your own sound effects in the virtual DJ, and lots of things. So make sure you watch this video up to the end, and please share this video to your friends so that it gets to get more young DJs out there who are yearning to be more professional DJs. So I've just done an intro of climbing rock, and actually this is where I just want to do lots of adventures. So make sure that guys, you make sure you watch all my videos I'll be putting on this channel, because actually there's a problem pertaining the copyright strikes and copyright claims on the tracks you use, because at some point you don't usually, if you don't get the permission from the creator himself or herself, you are going either to get a copyright strike or a copyright takedown. That's where the problems comes in, and therefore that's how we're going to eliminate or try to improve on that. Okay, so basically guys, you're going to start with the interface of the virtual DJ 2024. This is how the starter looks like. You see, the most important things you need to know right here is like this cue, this sync, this button A and button B, and synchronization. And these are kind of my sound effects.
The original party DJs.
The big tunes keep coming. All the hits, all the time.
So you can see guys, those are my sound effects, and to load them is very simple. Like for example, I want to add another sound effect, right? I just come right here on my, I have so many sound effects. So like for example, here they are. So I do that way. And for example, I take this bell hit, I tap here, and then I'm going to upload to this side, right? You see here. So when I type, when I play it, it's going to tap it. And so to edit this sound effect, sometimes you might press maybe for the function, like you see for mine I edited it. That's why when I press one, it's just going to start and play. So for example, if your sound effect is maybe coming later, you just tap this way, then you tap this way, then you go to sample editor. Then you see right here, this bass right here, it means from this big rhythm right here is where this guy starts to speak. So you just scroll this blue line, and then it reaches almost to that point. And then maybe if your sound effects is maybe has the lowest volume, you just come at this point and gain. Or if you want to change the beats per minute, you can decide which beats per minute you want to set it. For example, if you want 100, you just set 100. But for me, I just want to let it to be that way. So just come here and it will say, do you want to save the changes? Say yes, right? So when I press this two, you see it's just on the go. So I'm sure on the sound effects you are well sorted out. So let's go maybe to this section here. Now let me just try to get an extended type of a song. So I'm going to look for extended, and the one which I might use, I usually like using party after party. So let me look for this party after party, because it's kinda an acapella. So let me write it fully, party after party. I don't know why it's not right here. Let me look for another term. Extended. So after finding it, what you need to do, I just want to show you how to join your songs in your tracks. Let me use this one because I'm looking part after party, but it's quite hard to find it. Now, the most important thing after now uploading your own music, you see this white line right here. This white line, this is where when these beats reach at this point, like this rhythm right here, this, when it reaches here, they have different sounds. So at some point, you might get that maybe your beat is maybe before. You see, maybe it's before. So what you need to do, you always align. At some point, you might find a DJ is doing kinda this way in his jog wheel. So what he usually does, he tries to align this to the white line. And for me, I usually use H to Q. So I'll show you as we proceed. So this is white line. So when I press this H, it's just going to start immediately. You see, when you just tap it, it's just going to start exactly. Let me record this for the purpose of the quality. So let me repeat once more so that you might listen to the audio of this rhythm when I tap this H. So that's what you need to know and make sure it's well aligned with this white line. So let's go to the B side. Now I want to start by showing you how to use this touchpad right here, how to touch it and do the scrolling. So for example, maybe you want to use these, but before I go into that, let me just show you one of the essential things before we go into this, because you might wonder, what am I doing to touch and getting those kind of sound effects? So to get those kind of sound effects, you come to these settings right here. Then you go to the interface. Sorry, you just go to the controllers. As you can see right here, there's some custom mappings I've set. Like this one is select. This one right here, the sampler. So that key is this number 1 right here, and then this A is crossfader right here. When I tap this, crossfader goes at -10. This one the same way. You see all these. So these are the keys which I've assignated. I don't know how you can understand that, but that's what these keys usually do in this custom mapping. So to set your own custom mappings, just come to the advanced editor right here. Then for example, you want to set letter 2, number 2 for your sampler. So just come right here, write 2, then come to this action, then write sampler, and remember to write it in right spellings. Sampler 2, sorry, sampler. Let me delete this one. Sampler, then remember to give a space 2, then space, then play. Sorry, remember to write correctly, play that way, then shift, then this button here, then stop. So remember to save it. Let's see if it's going to play. So I've already saved it because I've touched this button right here. So let's see.
The big tunes keep coming. The big tunes keep coming. The big tunes keep coming.
So you can see, because I've wrote a command to play and stop. So when I press
the big tunes keep coming,
it's going to play. When I again touch it, when it's saying or it's maybe playing, it's going to stop again. So let's listen to this.
The big tune. The.
So again, if you want to get this kind of a sound effect on number one,
The original party
you
DJs.
come to these settings right here, go to the advanced editor, then like you can see, number one, I wrote sampler, then space, then one, then space, then play, then this lower thing. So let's try with this number two once more. So what you're just going to write there is tutor. That way, tutor is kind of repetition when you touch it once more. So save that. So let's listen to it.
The big tunes keep coming. The big tunes keep coming. The big tunes keep coming.
I'm sure with that you are okay. So let's continue watching this video. At least I'm sure you're well started with those custom mappings. So in the custom mappings now, we are going to the crossfader, because I wanted to show you how to scratch, but I did not show you what really happened to perform such a maneuver. So come to this key, then Q, you see, then write crossfader at 0%. Let me just delete that and write so that at least you can, let's go together. So write crossfader, then space, then 0, then shift, then 5. So that's crossfader at 0%. Let's see if it's going to perform that maneuver. So let's assume it is at E. This Q, it was 0%. See, it's okay. So to perform the same thing, if you want your crossfader to be in the mid to this far end, it's Q. Then you want it to be in the middle, because these are the crossfaders which I use. Press S and write the same thing, crossfader 50%. And then E, if you want it to be at this right side, crossfader 100%. Don't forget to write 100%. Don't separate 100%. This percentage symbol, don't separate from the 100, because it won't perform. Then after doing that, so that is about the crossfader. And then the back scratch effect, the one maybe some of you or yes, some of you have seen from the start of this video, I was pressing G and J. You see, when I tap J, that's forward. J, I mean, I don't know where I get confused with these letters, but you can see this is G and this is J. G, J, G, J, G, J, G, J. J is forward scratch, J is back scratch, H is Q. So just listen to this. So to perform kind of scratch using your keyboard, just make sure the H is Q. So let me show you that Q right here. So H was Q. Just write C, U, E, then shift, then this one, then stop, as you can see on your screen. Then remember to put J has difference. It has difference function. You see that scratch, then minus. The minus you always get here. You see at this point right here, this is the minus. Then J is scratch plus 120 ms. Remember to write this information correctly to perform those scratches. And I usually use B, because B, I use space bar because it's near this touchpad. Because at some point you might scratch this way and you don't have any place to play it. So to perform a scratch, you just tap, 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 and then you touch this space bar. Like this space bar, you see, it's play. So you can also use that kind of trick in your virtual DJ. So we are good in these custom mappings with the keys. So let's continue watching and understand more. So remember, you set your Q at 0%, S at 50%, and E at 100%. And remember also E, at some point you might want to have a transition. So to set these A and C, I usually use A and C. At least they should be far apart to avoid accidental touches. So just go to the advanced settings, once more come again to this, right? So make sure you put your cursor right here, right A and right crossfader in right spellings, then space, then minus 10%. Remember that? Again, you can come to this C and write crossfader plus 10%. So those signs are very important in changing the maneuver of your crossfader. So I'm sure you are well sorted with that. So let me just perform so that you can see. You can see right here, it is changing. It is changing. It's going towards this side when I touch C. This plus 10%, this is minus 10%. You can use Q and S to perform the scratches like I'm just going to show you right now. You just touch this with your left arm. I don't know if you're right-handed, but also if you're left-handed, you can perform this because there's nothing like left-handed and right-handed in a computer. So this is how I touch it. I put my middle finger at this point and S to perform the cut, scratch, and that mix, that function. So let's listen to this. So let's listen to this. So guys, what I've just done, it was just a simple illustration on how you can use your touchpad to perform also a scratch. It just matters on how you want it to be and how that sweetness you want it in your mix. So if you feel the touchpad is better for you, you can always use these keys and this to perform the scratches. So I usually use the right one. You can see I've scratched, and then since the spacebar is big, I cannot accidentally touch these other keys. So I just touch this big spacebar and it continues with my scratch. Let me just loop this song. Then I'm just gonna do the back and forward scratch. Then I'm going to play with one which is on the right, which is flex namba yako. So let me start with the keyboard. So guys, it was just a very simple illustration. I was showing you can also perform very, very, very sweet scratches using this, and also you can set very beautiful scratches when you want to use this keyboard. So you are well sorted with that, and I'm sure I've just tried to show you for about a minute to use this and this, and also you've seen how the screen goes. I'm sure you're well sorted with that. So keep practicing, and you'll always get the best results. So let's continue now with the interface. We were using the starter one. Now we are going for the essentials. When you see the essentials, this is what it is. Now it brings you the stems, the vocals, the instruments, the bass, the hi-hat. So for those who don't know what this means, the vocals, it just separates the sounds from the main track. We have the instrumentals, which removes the instruments from the music itself, and a cappella, which is always, it separates the instruments and all that, and only remains with a voice, which is called as a cappella. Sorry for saying so many words at a second, but I hope you are understanding this in the right way. So this is just simple. So long as you've known from the starter. This one, it's not very hard. The only different thing about this, it gives you more advanced things like the strength of the flanger if you want to have beautiful effects on your tracks. So let me just perform a 30-second maneuver using the flanger and the loop out and see how it's going to sound like. So let me start with the keyboard again so that we go on well.
The original party DJs.
The big tunes keep coming. All the hits all the time.
So guys, I've showed you also how to use the flanger. So the flanger has strengths. For example, when we see right here, the flanger has strength. The best way you have to put the speed of the flanger bit to be 16-bit. And you see there is effect slider speed at 16-bit, and then the strength, at least it has to be not so much, at least to get that sweetness in your tracks when you mix your songs. So with the flanger, I'm sure you're well sorted out. So again, you've also seen how I was using the loop out. I used the loop out, then I introduced another song by scratching it using the effect, the Q&S, like I've showed you just some minutes ago. So let's continue watching. For the vocals, I'm sure it's not hard for you to do that. The hot cues, what it does is just sometimes it enhances your tracks and your beats. Maybe, for example, if your song was far in front, you just come to the cue, and that segment, when it was the sweetest part, you cue that point so that at least when you want to perform a scratch, you might want it to start from that point. So you press the cue. So you see, it just comes from that point when you wanted it to be. Maybe you perform a scratch, so make sure you perform your scratches and make sure you're unique on one way. So there's nothing sophisticated about the hot cues. Just make sure you're well sorted with that, and it's going to be fine. So let's walk again to the pro performance. The pro performance is the one which I usually use in my daily mixing in my virtual DJ, and it's not quite sophisticated. It's quite simple, but the thing is that they've introduced so many buttons right here. We have the Q1, Q2. You have been told right here. You have the loops. We have the hot cues. You can also try to change this to be the stems, and it works well. I'm sure with that there's no problem. Just keep practicing and you'll be well with that. So when it comes maybe now to changing your interface maybe to be old. There's a time I downloaded these effects. So let me see if I remember that. Main interface, did I download them? Maybe, so maybe they got out, because I remember I downloaded those graphical interface. If you want to change how your skin looks like in front here, you can just go at that point and download yours and put there. And there's some people who are asking me, like, show us how to install a cracked version of virtual DJ. Man, I cannot do that because it goes against the community guidelines, and it's very risky to perform such a thing, and it's very dangerous. On my channel, on any other part, you can also be sued to be doing that, because if you see mine right here, I'm not using the cracked one, so I cannot show you how to do that because it goes against the community guidelines. So guys, if there's any part of the virtual DJ maybe you've missed, which I will show you, but just comment on the comment section and tell me what you really want me to show you on the virtual DJ. Maybe I forgot maybe what I wanted to tell you because I've not yet scripted anything. It just comes from my mind. Maybe if I want to show you the controllers, there's somebody who told me on how we can connect maybe your turntable on your virtual DJ. So for now, I currently don't have any controllers at the point, but I wish I would have shown you how to do that. But I'm looking forward to make another video on how we are going to get the current licenses. But with that, I'm sure you know how to get the license just by buying it. Yep. And then after buying that virtual DJ, you can come to this section and just go straight, and it's going to be easy, and it's going to tie with so many controllers. Like virtual DJ almost connects with so many controllers. You can imagine the Denon, DNS3700, the DJ Tech VTT 101, the emulator. We have so many controllers right here. Nobody can tell you that Serato is the best, but the virtual DJ is always the best because it has that simple interface, even though it's quite expensive. Because sometimes you see, or one-time purchase, that's $299. That's equivalent to how much money? It's quite expensive, but it's better if you take or one-time purchase. It's better. You have all the rights to have it. These are so many controllers right here. So guys, if you have any problems in the virtual DJ 2024, just make sure you've gone back to this video, watch this part very well. I've showed you how to use this case, how to scratch the interface, the back scratch effect. Currently my touchpad is not that quite well to perform the back scratch effect, but let me try to illustrate one of it to you. So let me just put it right here and then F. Then let me start now today by scratching.
The original party DJs.
The big tunes keep coming.
All the hits, all the time.
The big tunes keep coming.
Original party DJs.
Welcome to the next level. Homeboys Radio blazing on 103.5 FM.
So I've finished with a nice crush. So let's make to the next video, and please guys make sure you watch my previous videos. I'm looking forward to entertain you guys, and it's your favorite DJ here, DJ Cliff.